from the Wheaton area would be Frank Marchone. Did you?
Frank, yeah, Frank Marchone or Bob?
Oh, both actually.
Yeah, but Frank was a left-hander, and he used to bowl Glenmont in the majors on Monday night. And I think he might have bowled a White Oak also, but I was more of a Glenmont bowler and a PG Plaza bowler.
Okay.
Might have bowled a White Oak later on in my career or whatever. But Frank, he bowled, and I knew him somewhat, not real good, but knew him. And I think him and Bob, or him and the family, they owned Marchones Deli in Wheaton, I think, at one time.
Right. Yeah.
And Frank, I don't think did too many of the. I don't think he bowled too many of the big tournaments. I don't think Frank was a pretty good bowler. He was 135, 140 maybe. And then Bob was like all world. Bob Marchone he married Sue Marchone, who was like the #1 premier lady duckpin bowler back in the day. And then I think they went to plastic pins, and her ball just didn't seem to grab onto the plastic pins. I think, as I remember it. They're a little bit older than me, but Sue Brown was tough. Like back when the 30-game classic was a major event back in the 60s and 70s. I think she won it, and she was an excellent player, and I think she ended up getting into tennis, playing tennis, and whatever. But eventually, I think she finally dropped out of bowling. And Bob Marchone, he won a Pro Tour World War II, and they used to have numerous big tournaments around, and there was one at I think it was at Parkland and Suitland, I believe. Parkland used to be it was 48 lane house, still there, I think, but it used to be 24 ducks, 24 tens. So they had he bowled a 12-game tournament. They called it the Dixie Classic, and Bob, he must have bowled the first 6, I guess, at Suitland. I think it was at Suitland, or it could have been Marlow Heights or somewhere. And then the second 6 games he bowled at Parkland, and depending on what shift you were on. So he finished up at Parkland. So anyway, he had a chance to win the tournament, and this was a pretty major event, to win the Dixie. I mean, it was like winning the Eastern Classic or something. It was a big event. And he got it. I remember this. I was a young boy. I wasn't even bowling adult yet. And I'm at Parkland watching this thing. And I think he broke 9. I'm not sure, but I think he broke 9. But he marked in the 10th frame. He needed to mark to win the tournament. Marked in 10th frame. I'll be darned if I swear he cut the 1 and 5 clean and lost the tournament by 1 pin.
Oh no!
Cut the 1-5 clean and lost the tournament by 1 pin. I forgot who was the recipient of that. Who won that? I knew my friend at the time, Eddie Burgraff. I think he did pretty well, but he didn't win it. I think he made a real good showing in that tournament, and he was from Wheaton, and he was a good solid bowler, and he made the Pro Tour finals at Greenway East one time and lost to one of Baltimore's finest back in the day. But anyway, you asked me about the Marchones, and that I had that recollection. See somebody come through, break 9, make it, and to just need any kind of count bowling, and not that he went too off the side. He cuts a 1 and 5 clean, loses by 1 pin. And I'm 99.9% sure I got that fact straight on that. Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's pretty, like, snake bit, whatever. You feel like you should have won, and he did win, but anyway.